Hi girls, today I'll be making some chicken thighs with creamy mushroom. So there's two stages to this cook. The first stage is cooking the chicken, the second stage is cooking the sauce, and then it all comes together. So what I'll need for the chicken part is a kilo of chicken thighs. This kilo has been deboned and it's still got the skin on. I also have a teaspoon of Italian herbs, teaspoon of sweet paprika, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper, quarter cup of oil, vegetable oil I'm using. You can use canola if you like. And that part, these ingredients are going to be for the chicken rub, all except for the oil. It's going to be for the chicken rub. Now for the sauce, what I have here is approximately half a kilo of mushroom sliced. I have 600 ml of cream. I'm using the Coles brand today. So it's thickened cream. I have a teaspoon of vegeta, a teaspoon again of Italian herbs. I have a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black cracked pepper, teaspoon and a half of garlic crushed. I have a little piece, approximately a tablespoon of butter. I decided to use the garlic butter, but you can substitute that for just normal butter. I have a cup of diced onion, a cup of chopped parsley, and just a little bit of Parmesan cheese, approximately 2 to 3 tablespoons. Okay, so let's get started. What I need to do is I'm going to take all of my spices and I'm gonna sprinkle them on my chicken. Okay. I'll use half for this side and then I'll flip them over and use the remaining half for the other side. Now, so this is the other half. Okay. Let's use this part as well. And the Italian spices. And let's get a sprinkle of the paprika. It's a sweet paprika. I guess you can use hot paprika, up to you, but I prefer it to be mild. So I'll just rub these in. I'll turn off my camera and I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is what they look like after they've been rubbed with all the spices and herbs. So what I do is I take my oil. I'm going to use half of that amount. Okay, very good. And then we take our chicken and we place it skin side down. Now we don't want to overcrowd the pot, so we can do that in batches. Now we want them to brown, so don't move them at all. Leave them in until you feel that they have browned all the way. I'll get back to you once that has happened and I've finished all the quantities. So I have left them approximately 7 minutes on each side. And I'll show you what they look like. So here's our chicken. You see, this is the situation we need. So it's cooked through because we won't cook it for long in the sauce. So this is just perfect. So it's cooked through approximately 90% of what it's supposed to be. So now I have my pot there. We'll just add that little bit of oil and we add our butter. I smell the garlic from that butter. It smells amazing. Okay, now I will add my onion. fogging. There we go. We'll let it brown just for a couple of minutes. So we don't wash our pot after we have fried our chicken. We need those bits full of flavor. We don't get rid of that. So now I'm adding my garlic. If I can add my garlic. Yep, there we go. And we just stir it through. Oh, it smells amazing. Garlic and onion, the perfect couple. Okay, I'll just let them brown a bit more. A lot of people don't like to add the onion into this, but I do. So you can leave it out if you like. As well, some people like to use brown butter mushrooms. I like either. It's what was available to me, so either one is good. So here we go. That's how it's supposed to be. It's all golden and there shouldn't be any crunchy bits. Now I add my mushrooms and I stir them in. And now we let these sweat and brown a little bit as well, because we want it to release its flavor. Okay. I'll just let it sit. Okay, so this is where we're up to. They have sweat. They're slightly brown, some of them, but they still have that meaty bite. So what I do now is I add my salt and pepper. I add my Italian herbs. Okay. I also add my vegeta. Some people like to add flavor. I really don't like the flavor, but it's up to you. You can, if you want it a bit thicker. That's fine. Also, some people at the end like to add some sun-dried tomatoes or olives, black olives. So that's really optional as well. So now I'm adding my cream. There we go. Now this is starting to happen. So the Gravox gives it a bit more of a browner color, more brown color. But I don't really like the flavor of that. So what I do now, as that's happening, I add as much as I like of my parsley. There we go. Hey, kitty. We let that boil and reduce, and now we'll get back to you. So it's still boiling. I will reduce the heat a little bit. Let it simmer. And at this stage, always taste for the seasoning, because you'll be adding some Parmesan cheese, which is salty. So you don't want to add too much of Parmesan cheese if it's already salty. Just add a little bit. Just tasted mine and it's salt. It could take a little bit more salt, so I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. I'm not going to add the whole amount. So, yeah, that will do. That'll thicken up the sauce a little bit more as well. And remember how I told you that we've cooked the chicken 90%, not whole way. So now we can add back our chicken in there and let it cook until it's fully done. I'm telling you guys, this smells great. Okay, so I just removed it. It has reduced, the sauce has thickened, and the chicken has cooked through. Look at that. The smell is delicious. So we just choose our biggest piece of chicken. We just place it on a plate. And see how it's thickened? Look at that. And now we just take our sauce and drizzle it on top. Yum. And you serve that with a side of hot chips and enjoy as much as I will. Guys, go without me trying it. I already devoured half of a plate. It's just delicious. So you can see the chicken's still so juicy. You see that? There you go. And it's cooked through all the way. The taste, guys, I'm telling you now, you have to try this. I say that for every dish, but you have to try this one.